Greetings and welcome to our series of weekly devotionals where we take a look at one of the lectionary readings for this upcoming Sunday and offer a few thoughts for reflection. And this week we're looking at a passage in the book of Acts detailing the healing story of the disciple known as Tabitha. I heard this joke. There's three men going on a hike. They come to this raging river and they don't know what to do. So the one man prays to God, God, give me the strength to cross this river. So God gives him big muscles on his arms and legs. He swims across the river. Second guy says, God, give me the tools to cross this river. So God, makes a boat appear, a rowboat or a canoe or something, and the guy paddles across the river. The third guy says, God, give me the intelligence to cross this river. So God turns him into a woman. She checks the map and notices there's a bridge 50 yards upstream. I mention that story because it reminds me of a lot of my friends in pastoral ministry. Most of my best friends are women. And they're probably all a lot smarter than me, probably all a lot better pastors than me in lots of different ways. But it always amazes me that in the year 2022 in the church, that female pastors are still discriminated against and not treated equally in lots of different ways. That's certainly true in all of society, I think, as well. But, in the church, we're supposed to be a little more enlightened, I think. And yet, we discriminate based on gender. Some denominations discriminate based on sexual orientation. And even in our local church communities, we might have biases based on appearance or social class or money, the clothes that we wear. We might discriminate based on intelligence or how much we know about the Bible. We might want only to pick our leaders based on how long we've been in the church. You can only be here if you kind of know the way we do things here. So I think even though the church is supposed to be all about diversity and acceptance and tolerance and all that stuff, we still have some sort of unconscious biases and prejudices and discriminations that we still exercise. And I mention that because of the story of Tabitha. Certainly in the ancient world in which the book of Acts is lived out, women were regarded as lesser than men, even more pronounced than maybe they are nowadays. And yet, if we compare a healing story that occurs in this chapter just before the healing of Tabitha, it's a man named Aeneas. And not much is told about this man. He is hardly even mentioned. He's not really a prominent character. But then we get to the healing story of Tabitha, and she is a prominent disciple. And the writer of Acts, Luke, goes into great detail about this person, Tabitha. He writes about where she comes from, the town, Lydda, that what she did for a living, that she sold purple dyed cloth, that she had owned a household and was a sort of a foundation of the early church, and all the ministry that she did. She is regarded as someone special. And I think it's a reminder to us that sometimes the people we might not consider to be the most qualified people are those that are highly regarded by God. And I think that this story, this comparison between these characters of Aeneas and Tabitha, might prompt us to consider that in our lives, in our society, in our interactions with others, and in our life within the church, what kind of prejudices and biases do we still hold on to? And how might we begin to let them go? Amen.